are listening to the Balancing Act podcast. Here's your hosts, Jamie Wonko and Joe Vitale.
Okay, well, I would say we are officially recording, but Isaac is officially recording. The man behind the camera. Hey, we are at a special place today because this is our 100th episode. Yes, we have made it to 100, which is not as old as I am, even though you like to give me birthday cards that say I'm 80. We are super excited to be here today. We're doing something special, and hopefully this is the beginning of a great partnership for us with the New Jersey Hall of Fame.
If you have not come to the New Jersey Hall of Fame, we highly recommend it. It's a wonderful spot for field trips. And of course, our principal sponsor, New Jersey Teachers Insurance Plan.
That's right. Teachers Insurance Plan. You could check out their website, which is linked in our episode, to get a quote or for more information. Teachers Insurance Plan, exceptional auto insurance and exceptional customer care for New Jersey and Pennsylvania educational employees. Tried to do it from the dome. I normally have my...
That's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. I struggle, but we're hanging in there.
And we were actually here for Educator Preview Day with Teachers Insurance Plan, and they really put out a wonderful spread for all sorts of teachers that came to encourage field trips for their students. And we went right back to school and told our journalism teacher how perfect
it would be a great idea
to take his middle school students, as well as any students really that are interested in learning about the history of New Jersey. So we are very happy and excited.
We are not getting inducted, but we are here to record.
Hashtag yet.
That's
right.
Famous podcaster display. We'll get that up there eventually. Right. But no, we're really appreciative of Allie and everybody else here at the New Jersey Hall of Fame for helping us out and offering to let us use the space. So why don't we head on inside and we'll get into our episode.
Woohoo!
All right. We officially got the thumbs up. So I guess we're now officially recording inside this amazing space in the New Jersey Hall of Fame. Hey, friend, what's going on?
Hey,
this
Mr. Vitale.
Incredibly intimidating.
It is
amazing.
Really exciting to be here inside this amazing studio at the New Jersey Hall of Fame.
Yes, this is normally used as a space, if I'm not wrong, where you're able to like interview. You pick a Hall of Fame member and you can do like a virtual interview and ask them questions and then they respond to you, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
I really want to interview Danny DeVito, really badly.
My kids love Danny DeVito.
Me too.
Yes.
Me too.
If it ain't Jersey Mike.
Yeah.
If it ain't freshly sliced.
It's good stuff. Jersey Mike, sponsor us. We like sandwiches.
So I am Jamie Wonko here with Mr. Joseph Vitale.
Hey, friend.
Hi. And we are really happy to be able to use this gorgeous space.
Awesome.
The New Jersey Hall of Fame is inside.
Yeah, inside the American Dream Mall.
Right. Which is an experience just to walk through, even if you don't stop.
Do you remember malls? You know, back in the day. When you used to go to a mall on a Friday night. Like, that doesn't happen anymore.
I mean, Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly.
Yes. I mean, if you're over 18 and you want to watch that movie, you can see what life was like and at the peak mall culture.
Yes.
However, they have an ice rink here. There's just...
Yeah, there's so many things.
There's so many things.
We are across from a Nickelodeon theme park, water park. There's a roller coaster. This is an experience. There's like a whole thing here.
Yes.
So, but they have this amazing space where they recognize, my goodness, hundreds of different, influential people in New Jersey history, popular culture, music, politics, space exploration. I mean, you name it. There's somebody here that probably represents it. No podcasters. It's still a new. That's still a new genre, I guess. So we're getting there. And again, a special shout out to our friend Nick Ferroni, who, is such an advocate, an advocate for teachers. And when we started our podcast, he was an important guest for us. But he also introduced us to Allie and Isaac and the team that works here for them to, help us with these multiple cameras and these amazing, setups and lighting and green screens and, things we don't have. So I like to explain I have like a peanut butter and jelly ability to like edit things. I'm not a 5-star chef, but thankfully we have some people that are going to help us put together some cool content and put together an amazing episode for you guys on our 100th episode.
And this is our 100th episode. So we started our episode today outside of the New Jersey Hall of Fame.
Yes.
And you can see some of the cool exhibits. And of course, we'll be filming some other content so that you can see the inside. And we had been here a couple of months ago
Yes.
For teachers. Educator Preview Day.
Yeah, Educator Preview Day.
Hosted by Teachers Insurance Plan, who is our sponsor for this season. And we, really, of course, always want to say thank you to Chris and Emma and the whole team at Teachers Insurance Plan, who just have really opened up a lot of doors for us.
And if you are an educator, you get to come here for free. Thanks to Teachers Insurance Plan. They're sponsoring the entry for educators. I guess you bring your ID and, they are able to get you a pass for the day to come and check out the space. So you can
get there's a karaoke studio.
Yeah, you can get some Wetzel's Pretzels and you can walk around like it's the, what did I see online the other day? There was a picture of like girls with the 80s hair, like the big 80s hair.
He's saying that as if, oh, wait, let me just say.
Yeah.
So recently, my daughters made their confirmation and they said to me, Mom, what was your confirmation like?
Okay.
And I said, oh my goodness, it was pretty crazy. Back in 1993, I had the big hair. I looked like a lioness.
Oh, nice.
Okay, it was gorgeous. My sister did it for me upside down. And then I put on my cream-colored suit that my mother bought at a flea market, new in the wrapping. I don't know what truck that fell off of.
Okay.
But okay, you look great in this, she said. The shoulder pads were from like 1988. My sister gave me a name ring that said Jamie in cursive.
Adorable.
With a little swoop at the bottom that had little diamonds. She was my sponsor.
Wow.
And I remember being very upset with the bishop because when you're 13 and you already have forehead acne, putting some holy oil on top of it really
Plus
the
listen, the whole reason there is no ozone layer is because of women like you from the 1980s.
Nothing hits like a rave hairspray.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Aquanet. It was Aquanet.
No, it was just rave. Our house was rave. And my dad used to say, I'm going to come to your house one day and spray the back of all of your doors with rave hairspray. Because he was like, he had like a big war on hairspray.
Yeah.
But their reply to me was, Mom, how much of that story is true?
Oh, 100% of that story is true.
The entire story is true.
Yeah.
The entire story. So, I mean, what can you say when you're trying to capture 100 years ago to them? Because this is our 100th episode.
Yeah.
This is our third season. But when we're describing some of the things that have happened for us personally in the last 3 years, it has, it's been a crazy, fun learning.
And there's also been a lot of, personal changes behind the scenes, right? We went on a journey together with our children. We've tried to bring you on it as well. And, it's really fun to be able to do this, especially, now that we're branching out into spaces like this. It's awesome. My confirmation. Who are we? My confirmation was actually, I was confirmed by Jesus because I was old enough for him to
Where's your pinky
do
ring?
it for it. I do have a pinky ring.
Of course you do.
I absolutely do.
Uh-huh.
But no, when we were originally talking about this, I saw a thing online. It was like if you were a woman in this picture, and it was like 3 girls leaning over the mall railing, gigantic hair with like the Slurpee icy cup.
Yes.
Okay, and it was like, and if this is you need to schedule your colonoscopy.
Oh my
because
goodness.
yes, we are of that age.
I've had one. I'm good.
Where we need to.
I had 2 actually, so I'm good.
Yes.
Thank you.
Do have a pinky ring.
Mm-hmm.
It does still exist. It wasn't a pinky ring at first, but because I've gotten bigger now, it's a cross pinky ring.
Who
that
was
gets
your
worn.
sponsor?
My aunt Flora was my sponsor.
What's your confirmation name? Joseph Vitale.
I think it might be. Who
Joseph
knows?
Flora Vitale.
I think I took Richard as mine. No, I didn't. I honestly don't remember. I don't. You're putting me on the spot.
Speaking of confirmations, I proudly was Joe and Tracy's son's sponsor for his confirmation.
Yes, they were.
So his name is now Joseph Jamie Vitale.
It is. And my daughter was.
Yes, my husband was Sophia's sponsor, and we were so proud to do that.
Yes.
And so it's wild to think about. That was 4 years ago already.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But again, we're here and we're doing something amazing. Our goal is to help as many teachers and parents as possible. So I know we're kind of waxing poetic on the things that we do, but that's kind of what this show has been for us. It's our third space, right? It's a place for us to be
it is.
not only creative, but to have an outlet to talk about the things that we're passionate about, the things that grind our gears, and also be a little bit cathartic for the many things that we have going on in our lives with our parents, our family members, and stuff like that. So,
and did you know, Mr. Vitale, that this space that we're in right now is brought to you by Hackensack Meridian Health?
I did not know.
Which is amazing because
What?
I have spent more time in Hackensack Meridian Health hospitals recently than in malls.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, there's been a lot going on.
When you start to parent your parents and your husband's parents and all the parents, you spend a lot of time at Hackensack Meridian Health Centers. And so thank you for building this beautiful space. I noticed it on the door while we were getting ready and doing some things and prepping with Isaac. And I thought, wow, that really, it stuck out to me because what a great thing for them to sponsor.
Does it give you a little percentage off on the hospital bills? Maybe, probably not.
Perhaps. No, definitely not. But I mean, good use of the funds.
Yeah,
Hackensack Meridian.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you remember on Z100, or I'm pretty sure it was Z100. For those of you that are local to New York, the tri-state area, like we are. They used to have this game. I'm sure they still play it, and it was like Dead or Alive. And they would ask people, like, is this person dead or alive?
Oh, okay.
And I immediately walk into the New Jersey Hall of Fame and I start doing the not dead or alive, but the like Jersey, not Jersey. Like, are you guys joking me? Because how would you know?
Yes.
So even though this is our second time here and I did, pay attention and look, there's so many things to see when you walk around.
Yes.
And you just like, wow. New Jersey, not New. I mean, really?
Yeah.
Are they from New Jersey?
There's a few. I know there's some professional athletes. Like I know recently Martin Brodeur was inducted. He's a famous Hall of Fame goaltender from the New Jersey Devils who led the team to 3 Stanley Cups. Right. Won multiple Vezina trophies. Sports.
No, I was like, ooh, Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
It's like that but then you see them. Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really
and Joe Piscopo. Fun fact about Joe Piscopo and me. I saw Joe Piscopo once at a Walmart.
Did you really?
Buying some bananas.
Okay.
And it was like, hey, Joe Piscopo, what are you doing here? He was actually outside on the screen when we walked in.
Okay.
Doing a little intro, and that's what I thought of immediately.
Yeah.
I never told you that story.
No, you never told me that story. I did not know.
Yeah, in Manahawkin by our parents.
Oh.
Yeah.
No way.
I don't know. Maybe he was heading to AC and he just needed a little potassium on the way.
It's possible. Very possible. No, monkeys never cramp. So that's how it works. But yeah, if you could think back on the 100 episodes that we've had, what do you think is what is one that sticks out to you?
So is it an episode? Is it a guest? Is it a revelation? What specifically?
It could be anything. We can jump off in any direction you want. So I'm cool with it. Could be an episode to start off with, for sure.
How far back do I want to go? I really remember when we very first started, we were in your kitchen.
Okay.
And we shared a microphone.
We did.
That we borrowed from a colleague.
I still have and need to give back to him.
Never getting it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Scott. He doesn't care. He's such talk about generosity of spirit. So I do think back to, are we doing this? Are we really doing this? Oh my goodness. Yeah. You know what? Let's just do it. Yeah. Right. And sitting at the kitchen counter or at your kitchen table rather, and sharing that microphone and doing some introductions. And what happened? Like your neighbor started mowing their lawn. And it was like the loudest. We're like,
yeah, is this going to get picked up by the microphone?
And yes.
Yeah, and
the answer is yes.
So if you listen to our earlier episodes, there are definitely some growing pains that we had before we had invested in some of our own equipment.
Yes, and having our headphones and microphones and all the things. But I do think back to like what a great adventure. And so if I had to pick something that was my favorite before I started getting into maybe some of the people that have influenced me that we've spoken to, or some of the revelations that we've come to with our own, podcast therapy.
Yeah.
I definitely think back to those first few episodes that we recorded on the beach.
Yeah, we did a few of those.
Yeah, and you could just, the seagulls in the background. We recorded at your kitchen table.
Yep.
And just said,
we did one in your classroom, I think, because we were pressed for time, and we did an episode on a day after school.
We did. I love my classroom, but it's not the best place for sound.
No, huge room, high ceilings.
It used to be the wood shop. So it's very high, wide, and it's not but
a lot of hard surfaces.
Yes. But those things stick out to me if I'm, if we're going down like a little Wayne's World situation.
I remember having a meeting with a gentleman named Chris Nezzi.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so we talked to Chris. I don't remember how we got connected. But the one thing a revelation for me would be like, the podcasting community itself is so helpful.
Yes.
And like when you ask like, hey, could you help me with, or do you have or could you maybe, everyone's just like, yes. It really has been a very like embracing environment, which is really cool because like we're, novices on all of this, and we're trying to figure out what we're doing. And I remember him saying something about like, if you have like 7 episodes, you're more content than most podcasts because they don't last past 7 episodes because people give up. And we had a following of no one.
Chugga. I mean, right.
We literally had a following.
Yeah.
We were like, we're just going to do this. We're going to send it out to people. We're going to start something, and we're going to see what happens. So when you say like build up from the ground floor, like that's literally what this was.
Right.
Like it was literally something where we said, we have no idea what's going to happen, but we had these great conversations that we would have, and we would laugh, and we would cry and be upset and curse, which we don't do on these episodes. But like that to me was something I always could think back to that as like, we would text back and forth, Chris and I. He was like, hey, congratulations, you have a podcast, after we like released our first episode. And it was probably like a tongue in cheek, like, yeah, you got a podcast, but like,
and then another episode.
And then another episode.
And another
episode. And then we started like, oh, okay, let's try to do some guests. And then we went to, from every other week to, every week. I mean, all of those journeys that we took along the way to me were, were monumental because there are things that we didn't expect any of this. We didn't expect to be on a network with a group of people that are supportive and human content. We didn't expect to have sponsors. We didn't expect to have like a small social media following.
Right.
And have people now reach out to us to want to be on our show. Like
that's crazy.
That's the craziest thing to us. Is like,
It
and
really-
sometimes it's the wrong fit. Like, but and so and we've asked some people to be on that have said, no, we're too busy, or no, that's not the right avenue, or we don't have a big enough following, which we understand. Like that makes sense.
Yeah.
For certain people, but like that too to me has been like, really cool. Like when we started getting different guests on.
Yes. And what do it really does answer, what happens when you just try.
Yeah.
Put yourself out there, take a risk, ask a question, feel people out. And I think that that's so cool because especially as teachers, that's something that we tell our students all of the time.
Yeah.
And I don't know, as adults, you kind of get sometimes into patterns of comfortability, and you don't always find yourself really kind of like pushing or getting out of like what has been a comfortable space.
Yeah.
So this, I think, is such a fun adventure because it's always something new and different and learning and just try it. Like what happens when you try?
Yeah. And my wife always has said, and it said it to my kids when they were young, like, if you don't ask the question, then you always know the answer.
Right.
So, I've slid into some people's DMs to ask them to be on our show. And some people have never responded and some people have. And it's really, eye-opening to see when people are like passionate about it. And then they come on and we have these amazing talks about things that are happening in their classroom or the funny content that they make, or we've had themes about executive function and college applications and all the things, which are continued themes for us that are going to be talked about throughout the rest of our season. And even thinking about, like, we talk about revelations, right? Like, I looked at our slate for this year, and this is coming out in April, and I look at, what we release and how we do, like us and then a guest, and we go back and forth. Like, we are full. Have you ever thought, I work in education, why is finding a job so weirdly hard?
Yeah, scrolling through random job boards where half the listings don't even make sense is not the vibe.
That's why njschooljobs.com actually makes sense.
It's a job board built specifically for New Jersey schools, public, private, charter, and parochial.
Teachers, administrators, counselors, support staff, coaching opportunities. If your job involves a bell schedule, this site's for you.
It's free for job seekers. You can upload your resume, set job alerts, and apply without jumping through hoops.
Schools across New Jersey actively use njschooljobs.com, so these are real, current openings.
They also host virtual job fairs where you can connect with multiple districts online. No driving all over the state.
Those are coming up soon, so check the link in our episode description to register.
Head to njschooljobs.com.
Every teacher knows that the first 5 minutes of class set the tone for everything that comes after. Lesson Launchpad helps you nail those first 5 minutes without scrambling. Presentations change automatically. Timers start automatically. Music sets the mood. Agendas and reminders appear right on time without you clicking anything. You set it up once, and Lesson Launchpad runs your class in the background while you focus on students. It's like having another teacher in the classroom with you. Check out lessonlaunchpad.com to start a 1-month free trial and use the code BALANCE for $5 off a yearly subscription. If you're ready to start every class calm, clear, and ready to teach, check out Lesson Launchpad today.
Fall.
Like, I'm already thinking about who's going to be on in season 4. Like, who's going to be our
Did
guest.
Did someone say Nick Ferroni?
Yeah, I know, right? We have people that, are already reaching out to us, and I'm like, hey, I'm sorry,
Wait,
but
did you see Nick Ferroni as teacher of the year for his
I
school?
did. Congratulations, Nick Ferroni.
I'm really surprised that, is that,
that's
that would
great
be the
for him.
first time for him.
Yes, I am the Susan Lucci of Teacher of the Year.
Or Joe, I won twice. Sorry. Double.
Joe's not everyone's favorite cup of tea. Let's just put it that way. No, it doesn't matter, neither here nor there. But congratulations to Nick Ferroni.
Yeah.
But no, we already
Susan Lucci.
Yeah, right. I appreciate the reference. I don't know. Is she from New Jersey?
Dead or alive? She's alive.
I don't know. She is alive.
Yeah, New Jersey or not New Jersey?
I feel like we need to Google this.
Oh my
so
goodness.
thankfully,
this is a fun game.
Yeah,
Jersey
this is a fun game. Jersey or not Jersey. So Susan Lucci,
Go ahead, look
New
her up.
Jersey. I hope I spelled it right. Oh,
She's so tiny.
I'm connecting to the internet, everybody.
She's
So
like
you'll have to bear with me.
Teeny tiny drop of a lady.
No.
Where's she
Says
from?
I don't know. Let me
It's not
see.
Jersey.
Hold on. Susan Lucci. Okay, I'm getting there.
He's typing, everybody.
I'm typing, everybody.
Okay.
Scarsdale, New York. Born in Scarsdale, New York. So close.
Right.
Very close.
She had an East Coast vibe to her that I was,
She did. Absolutely.
I'm feeling. Okay, so there you go. On the first round of Jersey, not Jersey.
Not Jersey.
Not Jersey.
Okay.
But okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
I was doing a little salsa dance to Celia Cruz recently.
Yes.
And
Shout out to the Celia Cruz rest stop.
I just went there.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, God.
So every time I pass the Celia Cruz rest area, I yell "Azúcar," and everyone in the car has to respond with "Azúcar," or you're getting put out.
You get put out on the highway.
It's true. And
So if you ever see two cute blonde girls hitchhiking their way home on the parkway, pick them up, give them a ride home.
No, they're not that stupid. They know. They'll say "Azúcar," and so we went
Drew
in.
doesn't. There's no way Drew does.
He does.
Oh.
He does.
He's like, Azúcar.
I can be scary too. So you're doing it. And no, we went in. And what's so cool is that they have this beautiful display and they have like some of her wigs and her clothing.
Oh.
And
This is your Sunday wig, as you talked about before.
it's not as good as Celia Cruz, but we try. Yes. No, it's beautiful. I guess now so far I've been to the Bon Jovi rest area.
Okay.
And the Celia Cruz recently.
I can't tell you the last time I've stopped at a rest area because we're always driving.
I wonder if Judy Blume. I'm gonna hit up Judy Blume and see how that's doing. And then the Whitney Houston is also near us.
That's in Union.
Yes,
that's right.
I know. How often do you have to stop at a rest area? But Celia Cruz is worth a stop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah. So, what would you say? Do you think is a guest? Let's hone in on guests, right? Because last year we did like monumental moments from season 2.
Yeah.
So we definitely can hit up monumental moments for season 3. But what do you think? And you're not allowed to say the teachers' convention.
Okay, because there's too many people.
Because that's just so many people. And the avenues that have opened up from the New Jersey Teachers Convention episode have been amazing.
And that was another thing too. Like we decided, let's go to the convention and just do man on the street. Let's just go down there and put questions in a sand bucket because it's Atlantic City down by the Jersey Shore, and like let's just meet with the people, at their little lemonade stands, which was something that Joe Nappy had suggested, former Teacher of the Year in New Jersey. We had on our show, and he was like, "Hey, let's chat. Maybe come down and ask those people questions." Like, sure, let's do it. And I think that's going to be something we're going to do. Often we're going to do another. Yeah, we want to do that again. So anyway, absolutely. You were saying.
So who would you say is a guest that you feel you take with you in your classroom? Things that maybe they've said that you that have influenced some of your, if not daily practices, but things that have influenced you in your classroom.
I'll definitely say right now, just because, and I've done it before, but just because we had Stephanie Lockenauer on.
Hey, Stephanie.
Hey, Stephanie. Sometimes you meet people and you're just like, wow. You know what I mean? Like, she's just an amazing person. Just, we talked about her.
She's so impressive. And when you talk about someone's energy and the aura that is around them, she immediately is magnetic.
Yeah.
You just want to be near her and spend time with her and just sort of soak up everything she has to offer.
Yeah. So we had talked. We had her on the show. We've texted a couple times, and I've always done we had Movement Monday in our school where we were doing different movement things, and I switched it to Mindfulness Monday, which I've done before, but I really took more time into because she has a book, Let the Glitter Settle, which is mindfulness tips and tricks for teens.
It's an excellent book.
But anyone can read it.
Available on Amazon.
Yes. I do want to read it with my students eventually. Yeah. I don't think that's going to happen this year, but it's definitely something I want to do in the future. But I think that's something.
Did you get the class set?
No, I did not. Oh. We were talking about that. It's just budgeting wise, it didn't work out. But I definitely want to.
Yes.
But I've been doing Mindfulness Mondays to try and give some tools in the toolbox for our students who, it's 7th grade, right? So biologically they're a mess, emotionally, hormonally, all those things. Sorry.
It's okay.
So we try to, give them different strategies of box breathing, body awareness. So it's little things like that I've started to do. And then I said okay, how could I take this one step further? Right. And, it's not anything specific that Stephanie talked about. And I was like, what can I do to help shift some of the mindset of behaviors that I'm seeing or the way students are acting? So I've been doing these, there's a curriculum online. It's On the Road with Steve Hartman. There's these little episodes that get put out by CBS News. And they're always at the end of a news broadcast, after all the doom and gloom and everything that's awful.
Right.
There's this heartwarming story of friendship or kindness or being neighborly. And I'm there's these teachers across the country that have been doing these lessons in their class, and there's a Facebook group, and now there's a curriculum that goes along with it. And I explained to the kids, I kind of was following this Facebook group, and I'm Facebook, old people internet, where people go and complain for your mom, and people go and complain about things. So I started implementing a kindness lesson on Mondays as well. So we're not talking about civics. We're not talking about the government. We're not talking about content. We're literally doing an exercise where they watch a video. I put some discussion prompts on the board. I let them talk on their own for a few minutes. We come back as a class and discuss things. Sometimes we do a warm-up activity with it. So I've been trying to,
and you feel that's world, very Stephanie coded.
Yeah,
really
it is. And it's not that it's not that I got it from her, but I'm okay, how can I take this mindfulness idea one step further to do some additional.
But her magnetic energy pushed you towards
I think
doing
our students need it.
I think everybody needs it.
I mean, I don't want to get political, but the world's a mess right now, and it's going to be up to I often joke with my students, when we talk about current events and things that are going on, and I'm here you go. This is going to be your problem to fix, because these adults can't necessarily find a way to agree on how to fix these problems.
Right.
So it's going to be your job to fix it.
Yes.
And they kind of look at me and I'm like, yeah, so we're going to talk about kindness and empathy and being neighborly and doing things for others and not expecting anything in return. And that is a theme that I'm carrying for the rest of the school year. I'm going to do those on every Monday.
Yeah.
And we're just going to, we're going to power through and do them. And, not every kid is into it, but if a little bell goes off for every kid at some point with one of those lessons, it's going to make a difference for me. So I would say that is something recently that's kind of come from having our guests on.
Yeah.
And honestly, I would say secondary, like any of the executive function guests we've had, I try to pull something that they're doing to help with executive function skills with our students that are in the class. So
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I don't know, with technology, I think that there's been a lot of things that have been happening with tech specifically and tech in schools and, some of that, the idea of that being pulled back, which I find very interesting.
Yeah.
And, talking to people and what side they're on. Also, teacher retention and, how we're getting teachers in the classroom, how we're getting them to stay in the classroom.
Yeah.
And so there's been like a lot of, to me, the idea of things that are really affecting teachers and students. And I find all of that endlessly fascinating.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes. And so to hear different people's perspectives on that, to hear, what people do to balance it. Yes. Because, part of the idea of executive functioning is how do you organize your life? How do you organize your thoughts, your responsibilities? And what that comes down to is like the balancing act of it all.
Yeah.
And how people do or do not, right? And so there's been some terms and some things I think that have been so helpful to me. And I really find myself as someone who is like highly organized and capable of handling a lot of things at one time.
You think?
Yeah. But what I've noticed recently, and I think is probably really such a helpful thing that has been so good for me is, we talk to the kids about, what happens if something happens and how do you respond, right? So, are you a fight or flight? And, recently we've added like this idea of like, wow, there's also fight, flight, or freeze.
Yes.
And how, oftentimes people just freeze. And so I, in talking to so many of these doctors and experts in their respective fields about teaching or parenting or how that overlaps sometimes, I have understood the idea of a functional freeze more so than I ever really understood or appreciated before. And, I realized that is something that I do as a defense or really like a self-saving practice. So when people say like, how do you have a podcast and you're a mom of 3 and you're a full-time teacher and you're taking care of your dying mom, how do you do all of these things?
Yeah.
And I realized, wow, like I'm a very affectionate partner to functional freeze. And I didn't really know that how much of a like definition of that or how important that was to me. And I didn't realize how common of a term it has become, which I appreciate very much because it's something that I've even said to people. Like recently, we had to make some plans. And I'm very social. I like to go out. I like to do things. And I am a planner. But what has become like an area of my life that has been very difficult for me is like making the plans.
We had a conversation before coming here, and I know you've had a lot going on in your personal life outside of all of this.
Yeah.
And I know she texted me last night and was like, what am I doing tomorrow?
Yes.
Just tell me. I don't want to make any decisions.
Yes.
So,
yes.
And I live my life by 2 rules, which are do what women tell you and don't tell women what to do. So you made me break one of my rules, which is okay because I know that you kind of needed that in that moment. And I also am at a point for a variety of reasons. And you're part of it. Like my nervous system is shot right now. I'm very like I'm in a fight or flight mode myself. And part of it is I'm worried about you, friend, with some of the things that you're going through, as well as
so many things.
Life in general.
Yeah.
So there's some of that too, where like this allows me that space to like kind of, you're dancing. There's music in the background here. Someone's like, is this Mace? Is that what
Mace
this
is the place, you know?
Mace, that's right.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
It's like my maiden name was Macia, so Mace is...
That's the ADHD's coming through. So, no, but this is, definitely...
So how do you balance it? It's like lately my answer is functional freeze.
Yeah.
So I get everything done that I need to get done, and then I say, I can do no more. And whatever that might mean for,
I'm sorry. I interrupted you when you were...
No, like whatever that might mean for me is not the same thing that it might mean for you or for Isaac. Shout out Isaac.
Yeah.
Whomever it is that is dealing with a lot, because we all are dealing with a lot.
Yeah.
All of the time.
And you've allowed me, I think who I've learned and what I've taken from the most in this podcast is honestly you.
Oh.
No, because I think you're a fantastic educator, but your perspective on a lot of things I appreciate because it allows me to like, sometimes it corroborates what I'm thinking, but sometimes it questions what I'm thinking or doing and allows me to look at things through a different lens, which helps me like realize like
ditto, buddy.
That I might be either A, going in the right direction, or B, I need to not do this and go in a different direction because, for a variety of reasons, I'm a high-strung individual.
I really strongly believe that we have like a genetic code that we bring with us into so many situations. And sometimes there is just nothing that we can do about that. And sometimes there's a ton that we can do about it, but the idea of having the podcast to be able to question, wonder, think, talk, run through it, question back and forth, I think has been really
and
such
we get to talk to a lot of great educators. Like
we do.
That's the cool thing about it. And from all over the country. I mean, there's some people that we're talking with that I'm excited to, possibly have on next season. There's some people that have released some funny content recently that I've been reaching out to and trying to get on the show just because. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, I've never been on a podcast before." And it's so funny that we're like a lot of people's first podcast, which is really cool.
First.
Yeah, we are.
We're gentle. We're kind.
We are.
We take it easy on you.
Yeah.
We're not going to push you too much. Yes. How many people? We would definitely have to go back and look. It is remarkable how many people say like, "Ooh, this is my first podcast." Recently, someone had a rash. Broke out in a rash.
Really?
And Joe, being Joe, was like, "Oh, you all right there? What's happening with your neck?"
What? When was this? Was that you?
Me?
What? Okay, I seriously have zero.
I know you do. I know. It's so great. I don't think we've talked about this. And he was like, "What's going on with your?" And she's like, I don't. And I was like, "Oh my goodness, she is so nervous."
Okay.
I mean, we have that effect on people.
Okay. Well, we're going to have to talk. Okay, so now I have the complex again.
And she got but it was hives. It was like nerve hives.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And I pointed it out like, look at that thing.
And it was like, Joe, you're the focus of the episode. Maybe don't say that.
Yeah. So I can't talk about someone's cats or I can't point out your rash. I got it.
What's happening?
So really, really quick, what's next for us?
Yes.
We don't know, but we are, already planning on a season 4.
Are you in it? Yeah. Joe always says to me, you still doing it?
Yeah.
Are you still in?
Well, I'm not making any decisions because I do what women tell me. She's like, duh.
Yeah.
That's her response.
Still in? Yes, we're still in.
Yeah. So we're definitely planning some stuff. Yes. But over the next 3 weeks, things will be a little different with the Balancing Act podcast because we're going to be focusing on, we're calling it's themed. It's called a tech reset, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to be talking with 3 different guests for the next 3 weeks, some returning guests and some new ones, about technology in the classroom and how it's changing, how it's changed education. What are some trends that are happening? Why are people, like you said earlier, pulling back?
Yes.
Looking at maybe talking about what Australia is doing with social media and their teens to make sure that anyone under the age of 16 is not able to access it, which I'm sure the smart kids have already found a way to get around it. So like, I'm really excited about that. That's a different format for us. So we're going to have like 3 different episodes, all themed around technology and its change in the classroom. So that's coming up for us.
Yes.
And we have some returning guests coming on this season. We're going to be re-reviewing and going through the college selection process for our kids, because we'll landing on that now.
Yeah.
We did the big reveal for everybody, which everyone's excited about.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, that's something that's definitely coming up for us.
What do you think, Joe? Do you think for our 100th episode we should do our ad read together?
We should. Are we going to try and do our ad read together? Is that what we're going to do?
I think we'll do great.
Okay.
What do you think?
I mean,
Okay.
Sure. We're reading like
Cheers?
together, like at the same time.
In unison.
Okay.
Ready?
This makes me nervous. Sure. Are you counting us down? Like 1, 2, 3, go, or
3, 2.
Or is this like, are we going on 1 or after 1? What are we doing here? Is this like Season 3 is brought to you by our presenting sponsor, Teachers Insurance Plan. Check out their website for more information and to get a quote. Teachers Insurance Plan, auto insurance that brings exclusive educator savings and exceptional customer care to New Jersey and Pennsylvania educational employees. That was a little cringe, I'm not going to lie.
I loved it. Together, wherever we go.
Oh, good Lord. Okay, so we invite you definitely, if you are in New Jersey, to take the trip and come and see the New Jersey Hall of Fame. You could definitely spend a day here. Visit the various, displays that they have. Get your karaoke on.
There's really cool stuff.
There is really cool stuff here.
Yeah.
Whether you're a history buff or someone who's just interested in all things New Jersey, it's definitely a cool place to come and see. And the American Dream Mall is nothing to shake a stick at, I guess. It's pretty cool to come and walk around.
Weeks here and
you could.
Yeah.
A lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. So, as always, I appreciate you, friend.
Mr. Vitale, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I appreciate these 100 episodes.
Yes.
And we hope that you have all enjoyed taking this journey with us and stay along for the ride for what's to come.
100 more. Why not? Let's give it a try.
Cheers.
All right. Cheers, everybody. We'll see you all next time on the Balancing Act podcast.
Bye.
Look for the Balancing Act podcast every week on your favorite podcast platform. New episodes drop every Tuesday. Thank you for being a part of our audience. We appreciate you.